Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is part 2 of my series on clearing my terrain backlog, and today I'm going to take you through the process of painting this Sector Mechanicus ferrotonic furnace. So we start as always with a black primer, and we're going to be masking off a lot of the model and just leaving the big side panels exposed. The masking isn't perfect here, and that's because it doesn't need to be. We're going to be dry brushing some metallics on all the pipes and tanks, and for that we need to retain that black coat of paint. We can then go in and neaten up the panel trim afterwards. I paint the main panels white using an airbrush. With such a big project, trying to clear my entire backlog, speed is key. Then I use some Coelia green shade. The goal here is to create some subtle volume on the panels. It's important to go slow with this step. As we are airbrushing very thin shade, paint can come out really fast, and if you're not careful you could end up with covering up too much of the white. I thought the panels looked a little bit boring, so decided to add some hazard stripes. I started to mask out the sections of the panels to keep everything neat and tidy. I used a small makeup sponge to stipple on some black for the panel that would have yellow stripes, and white for the panel that would have red stripes. I cut some thin uniformed strips of masking tape, and then used these strips to form the mask for the stripes. Over the black areas I stippled some brown and highlighted that with white. Then I airbrushed some ironed and yellow contrast. Then over the white areas I sprayed some Flesh Terrors red. After removing the masking tape, I added some chipping with a ripped sponge and some white paint. I then went over the chipping on the yellow stripes with ironed and yellow again. In hindsight I should have probably stippled this with black, but I think it still works. I started to progressively add some paint chipping effects to the full panels with some Rhinox hide. I applied this bit by bit, being careful not to overdo this step and ruin what I'd already done. Now onto some dry brushing. I used dark aluminium from Vallejo's metal colour range. You'll see these metallics in a lot of my videos. They cover really well, and when dry brushed they leave a really smooth surface. I used a large dry brush to overbrush everything but the panels, leaving the black showing in the deepest recesses. I picked out some of the more interesting pipework with a copper metallic from Pro Acryl. I then painted the vents and some of the edging with another colour from Pro Acryl, bronze. So far, painting all the metallics has been really quick and enjoyable. This feeling would soon come to an end when I started with what felt like endless trim. I painstakingly painted all the trim with the same dark aluminium. Felt like leaving some of it halfway through, but I knew if I wanted this to look good, I'd just have to power on and get it done. After what felt like an eternity, and to be honest it only took about an hour, I'm just being dramatic, I picked out some of the raised details on the side panels with bronze. I thought the cold green and white contrasted well with the warm bronze metallic. As I was looking around the model, I noticed some small valve handles. Not to shy away from a little pop of colour, I base coated these with white and then covered them with Flesh Terrors red. I'm not painting every detail on the model, but I am selecting some parts which catch my eye. All these additional little steps really help some of the realism in the result. I then spread Rust Streaks enamel wash over the entire model, leaving it to dry for a few minutes, and then removing off the majority with some makeup sponges and white spirits. This gently tinted the surfaces and left some nice weathering effects in the recesses. I don't have a pre-made verdigris wash, so I made my own out of some oil paints thinned down with white spirits. For the final step, I pin washed all the copper pipes and tanks with this, and then removed any excess with a makeup sponge, dampened with white spirit. I just want to say thanks again for watching, thanks for commenting and subscribing. To know that I can engage with people from all over the world who've got similar interests makes me really happy. And thanks everyone for the words of encouragement in the comments on the last video. It really means a lot. If you like the video, it'd be really cool if you could share it with your friends or give it a like. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you.